ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। सुखं नित्यं स्वप्रकाशं व्यापकं नामरूपयोः अधिष्ठानं बुद्ध्यबोध्यं बुद्धिर्दृग्यत्तु निर्मलम् अपारं सर्ववेदान्तवेद्यं प्रत्यक्परं महः तदेवाहं न मत्तोऽन्यदिति मे निश्चिता मतिः। So, we saw the description of virtues thinking in the form of seeing the limitations of relationship with spouse and children and also wealth. And in the last class we saw the limitations of the artha, the wealth. In our tradition, wealth is looked upon as Lakshmi, mother goddess Lakshmi. And therefore we do not hate or despise this Lakshmi. But here the description of the problems involved in wealth are to be understood as the problem caused by inappropriate approach to wealth. When a person is highly attached to wealth, then what all problems can come? That is presented here. It is something like, you see the description that if you take too much carbohydrate, this will happen. Your triglyceride will go up. The Dr. Shetty said, your now enemy to the heart is your roti and rice, not oil. That's I read this. So it is written like this. That does it mean we should stop eating roti and rice? That somebody asked also. He said, no, eat. But when we hear this, he writes like, he said, your enemy number one is roti and rice and not oil. Because this roti and rice has got his own, if it is consumed too much and not taken protein, etc., and vitamins, then it can create problem. Especially sugar, this carbohydrate, sugar carbohydrate. So that is greater problem now than even the oil. So when we hear this, so moment we see our enemy only. It is not like that. So if you take this sugar in a normal measure, that doesn't create problem. But you start your breakfast with sweet and lunch 3-4 types of sweet, evening again 2-3 types of sweet. In between you have got ice cream, etc. And night before you sleep, one ice cream. So if that is how you are leading your life, it is very dangerous for you. So this is not a criticism of sugar per se. It is a criticism for improper way of handling this sugar consumption. So in Shastra, whenever criticism is there of anything, then it should be understood as the criticism of improper handling. Whether it is criticism of man or woman, children, wealth, anything in improper measure is harmful. Ati sarvatra varjayet. So anything excess is harmful. Even this says attachment to Guru also is harmful. Attachment to Guru. So Guru Bhakti is highly glorified. But person becomes obsessive with the Guru as a person and gets emotionally attached excessively. Emotionally connected also is welcome. It should be connected. Relationship with Guru in with emotions of the love, etc., is very useful and important. No, no, he is one or lecturer, he's a great lecturer. That is not enough. To be impacted by the Guru's teaching, one needs to have love for Guru. Not that, oh, I am waiting, Swamiji, when this class gets over, when this course gets over, I am waiting for getting rid of you. Then something impact will be less. When you like to be in the company of the Guru, means you have that respect and love for the Guru. So that is very useful. It has to be there. Then only the proper rapport will be there with the Guru. But it goes to other extreme. Then highly attached Swamiji, without seeing your face, I cannot eat. There are some that type of attachment I have heard. So they have to see the Swamiji's face, not for me. Some Swamiji I have heard. If I have that person has to fast very often. So improper approach to anything is criticized in Shastra. Therefore, when we say Dhana, Sangha, Dukkham, we should understand properly. So we are not really creating hatred for wealth. The description is meant for creating balanced, proper approach to this Dhana. And that for that purpose, the description was given. And generally, when such description is given, the language will be a little bit hyperbolic. Hyperbolic means exaggeration will be there. And we have to take it with proper spirit. Otherwise, we may have hatred to the Shastra itself. These Shastras are impractical. Shastras are not having a healthy approach. We need money to survive. Even to buy the book of Shastra, we require money. So how can you criticize money? So it is to highlight something. It will be zoomed in. It's not that like an Amazon product. Amazon product, many times the thing is very small, but in the picture they will be so very big. So when it comes, my God, it's this much. So when sometimes picture is very big, then I see sometimes the size is only some centimeter only. But unless they give big picture, how will you get the idea of the thing? Therefore they have to give. Or somebody in the cartoon, if somebody has got a little bit longer nose, they will show very long, to give the idea that person has unusual nose. Similarly here, little bit exaggeration will be there. It is not that everything which is described is happening with everybody who has wealth. Everything which is described about the wife and children is happening with everybody. Swamiji, nothing. Most of the things are not happening with me. My wife is very good. So I don't have problems. What you have described, not applicable. And my son also is very good. So therefore at the end he wrote also. He said good son can be there, but it's very rare. So you are a rare person. That's all. So idea is that we need to have proper approach when we read this description. Otherwise, people will take either of the extreme. Either people take it too seriously and develop hatred towards the wife, children and wealth, or they will develop distaste to the Shastra itself. And they will say this Vichara Sagara is useless. Vichara Sagara is all problem. So very easily comment. Both are not correct. In Shastra, I am finding most of the people have the problem of imbalance. Like they say, a neurological problem called chemical imbalance. So most of the people have got imbalance problem. In spiritual pursuit, one of the important aspect is balanced approach. Don't get carried away by either of the descriptions. All right. And now, having described this Vairagya, the main topic this Granthakara came to, and he narrated the story further. The Barchu who got Vairagya, he started remaining in the forest. So last sentence was, Itham Sudvipunam Vicharya Barchuhu Dharapatya Dhanadya Vimanam Durikritya Vane Ekaki San Shamadamadi Sadhanabhyasa Nirataha Babuva. he became engaged in the Samadhi Abhyasa because he had some Viveka. That's what Viveka he showed, that he is seeing things very thoroughly. Vairagyam also he got. Mumuksha also he must be having. And now he required Shamadamadi. And therefore Shamadamadi Sadhana Abhyas Nirata Bhabuva. So three were there to some extent. The fourth one he required, so he started started having his focus on that Samadhi. And then here this on the other side, the camera is now focused on the palace. So the king appointed another minister, chief minister, and chief minister came to know that Barchu is there in the forest and is leading a life of an ascetic. And by chance, somebody brings that news, or Raja himself goes to the forest, then he will know the truth and he will come to know that we told a lie to him. He will punish us, perhaps capital punishment. Therefore, to cover one lie, another lie was created. To cover one story, another story. Like a person said that, why are you late? He said, I was meditating, something. But he said, but somebody saw you during that time outside. Oh no, that time what happened? That rain came, so I had to get up from meditation. Something he should tell another story. Story after story. So here another story he created. What is the story? The chief minister, he said, the virtue is dead. That is correct. And now after dying, he has become ghost because he was killed unnatural death. Unnatural death is generally considered to be the cause for becoming Pishacha. So he has become Pishacha, ghost. And this ghost is not ordinary ghost, not very silent. He said that ghost, anybody he comes into his sight, he will kill that person. And therefore the best thing is people are adopting this policy. Moment they see that ghost, Pishacha, there is virtue, ghost, then they run away. If they run away from him, then only they can save themselves. They bluff and bluff after bluff. A ghost can catch them. Now, what is that? Ghost doesn't have that limitation. It's very fast. He can run faster than you. So you cannot run. But Raja was assertive. So he was he believed everything. See, they say in Shastra Mahabharata it is said that Ati Vishwasana Kartavya. Inappropriate, excessive trust in wrong places should not be done. What is the approach, right approach? If there is a reason to doubt, you should doubt. Then you are intelligent. If there is no reason to doubt, don't speculate. If you do that, you are paranoid. If there is a reason to doubt and you don't doubt, you are gullible. If there is no reason to doubt, still you doubt, you are paranoid. So what is the right thing? If there is a reason to doubt, enough indicators are given. You should see the indicators and you should inquire into. It is not that you say other person is wrong only. Let me verify whether it is right. You need not say that you are wrong, but let me verify it is right. That is intelligent. And if there is no reason to doubt, no, he is telling lie. It may not be. Some person said that I came late because bus came late and there is nothing big to inquire into. It was okay. But if he is repeating every day, almost every day, then you have reason to doubt. You should doubt. A person is coming late almost every day, giving different reasons, then you have reason to doubt. And therefore here but the Raja being what it is, he did not have the proper discretion. Therefore he accepted everything what he said. In fact, that is how many people in these politics, the great leaders, they are misled by their secretaries. Sometimes this political leader will be given a false information that you are very popular and if you declare election you will definitely win, and wrong information. to make him feel good, because that political leader is hearing something that is what is called popularity is going down, so feeling depressed and getting angry with people around. So these people will say, no, no, you are very popular, and there are ways to manipulate. So many times, by believing something which is not worthy of believing, person is misled. So that's what king also believed. And one day he went to the forest and he saw real virtue, but he was so much prejudiced, misinformed. Two things: misinformation and misinformation based prejudices. Because of these two things, what he said, even though he saw real virtue, pratyaksha pramana, pratyaksha dhanam he had, and pratyaksha dhanam is considered to be upajivya, main pramana. In our tradition, two pramanas are main pramana. One is pratyaksha, other is shastra. Pratyaksha, shastra have got equal status. So upajivya pramana, but still he was prejudiced and therefore he did not accept. With me it happened, but the virtue with me also happened. One person came in Uttarkashi when I was sitting there near Ganges, and a person came and told, he said, I know Swami Sadatmanand in Bangalore. I am Sadat. He said, no, Swami, he is looking quite different. It took some time for him. On phone also, when I spoke to somebody, and that person thought I am a lady speaking. So I said I am Sadatmananda. Still that person kept telling, when you meet Sadatmananda, you tell him. So then you know what I had to do? I had to tell somebody else to tell that who spoke to you is Sadatmananda. Because that person has got some idea about me, my voice. And that person was not ready to believe that I am speaking, I myself speaking. Could not believe. Because some prejudices, some misinformation. So here also it happened. Moment he saw virtue, he was told that virtue has become ghost, and only thing you have to do is run away from him, then only you can save. That's what he did. Tatra tarumule tapasharantam varchum drishtva pratarakam antima vakya prataraka mantri vakyam smaran nunamayam varchu vishacha iti bhayena palayita. So this Raja ran away from this virtue, thinking that this virtue has become ghost. He saw live virtue only, and but still he said it is pishacha. All right. Now, Granthakara comes to the the main purpose of this Drashtanta. All these are incidental things and some background only. Now, real he says, Varchu Drashtantasya Prakrutena Yojanam. Yojana means application. Application of the example of virtue with Prakruta, with the subject matter of discussion. That how this, even though Advaita is right, but because of having the orientation, misinformation and prejudices that Dvaita alone has to be right, Advaita is not correct. What happens? That even though person listens to Mahavakya, and Mahavakya gives the understanding you are Brahman, but still he will not treat that knowledge as valid knowledge. He thinks this is only a way of thinking, is a upasana. So Shastra wants to boost up my what is called self-esteem, and therefore Shastra is telling you are Brahman. So what Shastra is telling? I should think I am Brahman. I am not Brahman, but Shastra wants to say I am Brahman. So in this manner, even though person gets the aparoksha dhanam, still person will reject it, and he will consider it that is only for upasana. Similarly, just as the virtue was seen by the king by perception, by sense organs, but still he rejected the knowledge given by the perception. And even though he was seeing the live virtue, and he should be happy, and he should go and hug him, and he should be very pleased to see him. But instead of that, he was frightened and he ran away. That's what is said here. That is how, just as it happens in the story, that in spite of seeing virtue directly, he rejected his knowledge. Similarly, a person who is not mature enough, not sadhana chatushtaya sampanna, or having too much dvaita binivesha, for that person, this knowledge given by the Shastra does not become effective. That is said here. प्रतारक मंत्री वाक्यम सत्यत्वेन गृह्णन् राजा वने जीवन्तं भर्चुं स्वचक्षुषा पश्यन्नपि प्रतारकस्य मिथ्या वाक्ये विश्वासेन भर्चुं पिशाचमेव मन्यमानः. So मन्यमानः राजा यथा सुदूरं प्राद्रवत्. This is the example. Just as Raja Prataraka Mantri Vakyam Satyatvena Grinnan. Raja the king, Grinnan accepting the Mantri Vakyam, the sentence of the minister. What type of minister? Prataraka. Prataraka means misleading, cheating. So, listening to the sentence of the minister who is cheating or misleading as what? Satyam, as valid. So, considering the sentence of that misleading minister as real, as valid, Vane Jivantam Barchum Swachakshusha Pashyannapi, even though seeing this Barchu who is living in the forest, Swachakshusha, by his own eyes, and we say that seeing is believing, so he should believe that Pratyaksha Pramanam, Swachakshusha Pashyannapi, even though he is seeing with his own eyes the live Barchu, still Pratarakasya mithya vakye vishwasena, because of the vishwasa, trust in the false sentence of this misleading minister. Bharchum pishachameva manyamanaha. So he is considering this Bharchu to be ghost only. So the Shraddha in the wrong places makes the person, puts the person into problem. That's what we can see. And I have seen that Shraddha in wrong places seems to be many times stronger than the Shraddha in right place. Because it looks like the duplicate looks better than the original sometimes. If that these many NGOs also it happens. So the NGOs who are sincerely working, helping poor people, they are busy with that. Therefore, they can't maintain the record properly, account properly. Therefore, when the checking comes, they are the ones who are caught. See, your records are not maintained properly, reports are not done. So your grant is cancelled, your registration cancelled. Whereas those people who are not really doing work, but they will be busy with what? Busy with preparing record and account and all this. So they will be pakka. He said your grant is doubled. That's what happened. Really, because this duplicate will be putting more basma, more mala, and all everything, exactly looking like a perfect Swami you have seen in the movie and picture. No, they in the pictures you see, no, that Swami exactly will look like that. Whereas this Swami is busy with his sadhana, so he might not have trimmed, he will not trim his beard, etc. He look like a jungle, forest. So therefore people say, not impressive. That's what happens. So wrong places, people seem to have sometimes more Shraddha. That I have seen that because the wrong people, they do the more job to make it real. Real doesn't try to look real, whereas unreal try to look real. Therefore, they do it pakka job. See, that's why you see in the movie when beggar is begging, it will invoke more sympathy in you, more pain in you. The real beggar comes, it doesn't invoke so much. But if this person beggar will have background music also. So the impact will be more. Anyway, so this mithya vakye vishwasena Bharchum Pishachameva Manyamanaha. Manyamana means considering virtue to be ghost alone. Yatha Suduram Pradravat Pradravat Prapurvaka Drudhatu, I think. Adravat. Pradravat means he ran away. Just as the king, considering this virtue to be a ghost, ran away very far off. Because he was repeatedly, effectively, he was told what? That if you run away very far off, then only you can escape. So he ran away. Tatha. Similarly, Dvaitinam Bheda. This is Drashtanta. What is Drashtanta? Dvaitinam Bhedavade Vishwasan. Aparipakva Matihi Agnani Tattvamasi iti Gurupadishta Mahavakya Janya Sakshatkara Rupa Brahmatmaikyakara Antakarana Vrutyudaye api Bhedavadinaha Mithya Vakya Vishwasena Mahattaram Dukkhameva Anubhavet. He says Tatha. Similarly, Dvaitinam Bhedavade Vishwasan. Vishwasan means trusting. Having the trust in the Bhedavada, the view of duality, in the the philosophy of duality of the dualist. So a person having the Shraddha in Dvaitavada. And how is aparipakva matihi? Having the immature mind. Aparipakva, immature buddhi. Means buddhi is not able to see thoroughly the fallacy of Dvaitavada. And aparipakva matihi. Ajnani, ignorant. That person, Tattvamasi iti Gurupadishta Mahavakya Janya Sakshatkara Rupa Brahmatmaikyakara Antakrana Vritti Udayapi. To that ignorant person, if he happen to be listening to some Vedanta satsang, then Antakrana Vritti will be risen. When he hears the sentence, when Guru says, you are Brahman, he creates the background that you are consciousness, that Ishvara also consciousness, and therefore you are one with this Brahma Ishvara. In this manner, when this Upadesha, Guru Upadishta, Mahavakya, the great sentence taught by Guru, what is the sentence? Tattvamasi. And that sentence will give rise to Antakarana Vritti Udaya, the rise of the thought of the mind. And what will be the nature of that thought, which is created by the teaching of the Guru, you are Brahman, that is given here. Mahavakya Janya Antakarana Vritti, Sakshatkara Rupa Brahmatmaikyakara. The Antakarana Vritti, which is in the form of, or which is in keeping with the content Brahmatmaikya, oneness between Brahma and Atma. And this vritti is Sakshatkara Rupa. Sakshatkara Rupa means it is Aparoksha Dhanam. Here Sakshatkara is not like enlightenment realization. Here it means this Aparoksha Dhanam, immediate knowledge. Because the Upadesha is what? You are Brahman. So what should be the understanding born in the mind of the listener? I am Brahman. When I say you are a good person, what is the understanding born in your mind? Yes, I am a good person. So this knowledge is what? Aparoksha Dhanam. And here Aparoksha Dhanam is called Sakshatkara. So when a teacher gives the teaching that you are Brahma, then immediate, the direct knowledge of Brahman is born. Still, Bhedavadinaha Mithya Vakya Vishwasena Mahattaram Dukkhameva Anubhavet. Bhedavadinaha Mithya Vakya Vishwasena. Because of the trust in the false statement of Mithya Bhedavadi, the dualist. So because of over trust, strong trust in the sentences of the dualist, which is a wrong sentence. What? You are different, Ishvara are different. The misinformation is there and also prejudice is there. What? That you can never be one with Ishvara. Even to think that you are one with Ishvara is a papam. So much strong orientation has been created. And therefore what happens? Mahattaram dukkhameva anubhave. Person will remain in samsara. In Mandukya it comes, Vaisharadyam tu tasya nasti vai bhede vicharatam sada. So those who are treading on the path of duality, they can never appreciate I, Atma, am ever free. Asangaha, muktaha, they can never appreciate. Why? Because I am real, other things are real. Real will impact real. So Swamiji, how can I not be impacted? Somebody tells me like this, you are a thief. He told me you are a thief. Swamiji, I lost my whole night's sleep. That's what Swami said, I have been telling you are Brahman for so many days. That did not create any impact. That fellow told only once, you are a thief. So that made you lose your sleep. So that's what happens. So I and the world, when both of them are two real entities, when that orientation is there, you cannot escape from the impact of Dvaitam, impact of the world. Bound to happen. In fact, both ways. Your enemies also will make you cry, and your near and dear ones also will make you cry. Enemies, because they are enemies. So they will make you cry. They will create problem for you, and you will feel so much disappointed, frustrated, agitated, cry. Your near and dear one, how? They every now and then indirectly they will tell you, you do like this, I will go away. You don't care for me. Person thinks that I love them so much, and they keep on saying you don't care for us. So this person feels so depressed. So at home also problem, office also problem. So from office he thinks I will get some relief at home. The home also problem. Therefore he goes back to office very early also. So both ways problem. Dvaitam, if it is given reality, then Dvitiyadvai bhayam bhavati. Therefore dukkham eva anubhave. Alright. So because of this because of misplaced trust in the sentences of Dvaitis, a person, even though he listens to Advaita, he will not trust, he will not give validity to that knowledge. Therefore, if you see, if you have got program for this Bhagavatam, bhajans, etc., more people will come. But if you say the pure Vedanta, very rarely few people come. We get a doubt whether course will start or not, That type of thing will happen. And generally, is that type of situation. So, Mahattaram Dukkham, the Dvaita Abhinivesha, our Acharya, Gaudapadacharya ji uses this Abhinivesha. Mere thought of Dvaita is not a problem. Perception of Dvaita is not a problem. Speaking of Dvaita is not a problem. In fact, speaking can happen only in Dvaita. But giving reality to Dvaitam, being obsessed with the idea that Dvaitam is real alone, that creates problem. And then what? Dukkham eva anubhavet. Na tasya kadapi brahmatmaikya sakshatkara bhavet. So here, earlier already he has got Brahma Sakshatkara. So here, tasya, for that person, kadapi, the effective Brahmatmaikya Sakshatkara means obstacle-free knowledge, immediate knowledge, direct knowledge of Brahma Atma being one, na bhavet, would not happen. Vedavadam asatyataya grinnatah jignaso eva mahavakya brahmatmaikya ekatva sakshatkaro bhavet. So Jignasu, who is Grinnatah, who is accepting that Vedavada is unreal, Vedavada is not true, untrue. So understanding the philosophy of duality as invalid, wrong, or it is only at the level of Vyavhara, it is a Vyavharika, not Paramarthika, one who is understanding in this manner, for that Jignasu, for that seeker of knowledge alone, Mahavakyat, by the understanding of Mahavakya, Brahmatmaikatva Sakshatkaro Bhavet. That person alone will have understanding of oneness with Ishvara. Because the oneness of the knowledge of knowledge of oneness of Jiva and Ishvara is based on dismissing the Upadhi. That Upadhis are really not there, therefore Upadhi based division is really not there. Then only you will understand oneness. And therefore, the Mithyatvam of Upadhi has to be understood. Tasmad अवैदिकत्वात् भेदवादः मिथ्या न परमपुरुषार्थ साधकः इति निश्चित्य तत्र विश्वासः दूरीकर्तव्यः. Therefore means, since a person who is accepting Bhedavada with obsession, he is deprived of Paramapurushartha and it is not based on the Pramanam. Therefore, Avaidikatvat, he himself explains, Taspat, Avaidikatvat Bhedavadaha Mithya. One reason is this, is Avaidika means not Tatparyam of Vedas, therefore Bhedavada, the philosophy of duality, the view of duality as reality is Mithya. Here Mithya means invalid. And main connection is with this second part. What has been said that Sakshatkaro na bhavet dukkhameva anubhavet, capturing that content it is said, therefore na paramapurushartha sadakaha iti nishchitya. Since person will in Dvaitavada, person dukkhameva anubhavet, and he will not have the Brahmatmaikatva Sakshatkara, therefore na paramapurushartha sadakaha bhedavadaha. The bhedavada is not the means for the ultimate purushartha. Iti nishchitya, having well ascertained in this manner, tatra means bhedavade vishwasaha durikartabhyaha. The faith in the trust in the belief in the bhedavada should be removed. Should be removed based on the Shastra Vichara. Simply Kenzo cannot say, now onwards I will not accept Dvaitavada. It doesn't happen. Here this what is called auto suggestion will not work. That now onwards no Dvaita or something. That is not. Vichara Purvaka Nivrittihi. Alright. So up to this, the teacher gave the answer to the Shishya's statement. What was the statement? That Advaita Matam na Samichinam. Shankaracharya's Advaita is not correct. For that, answer is given. First of all, this Shankaracharya ji is accepted by Vedavyasa. This teaching of Advaita given, highlighted by Shankaracharya ji is accepted by Valmiki. And the teaching is based on the Shruti that was presented. And still people do not get Dhanam in spite of listening to Mahavakya. It is because of obsession with Dvaita. And therefore Advaitam is correct because of these Shruti, Yukti, Smruti. But the obsession of Dvaita doesn't allow you to own up this Advaita Brahma as yourself. Therefore, what is to be done? You have to reduce your obsession with the Bhedavada. So that is one answer given. The Advaita Matam na Samichinam, to that answer is given. Now, Shishya had raised very technical question. What was the question, if you remember? That Guru and Shastra, are they real or unreal? If they are real, there is Dvaitahani. Sorry, Advaitahani. Dvaita Siddhi. So there will be loss of Advaita, dismissal of Advaita. If Guru is Satyam, Shastra is Satyam, you are also Satyam. Brahma is Satyam. Then there is no Advaita. And if Guru and Shastra are unreal, Mithya, then how unreal Guru Shastra can get me real Purushartha? Like mirage water cannot quench my thirst. By my imagined meal, I imagine a meal. By that, my hunger will not go away. By the imagination of car, I will not reach my destination. So by unreal things, how can I accomplish real thing in my life? So if Guru and the Shastra are unreal, then how can they attain me Moksha Purushartha? That question which Shishya had raised, that is answered by the Guru in the next paragraph. He says, Mithya samsara dukkham mithyopayena nivarteta iti upapadanaya kachana katha. Story after story. Mithya samsara dukkham. Your dukkha, your misery of bondage is what? unreal only. Why? Drishyatvat. Yadrishyam tad mithya. You said as you have problem, you have suffering. Yes, I have suffering. How do you know? I know it. You know that you have suffering, therefore you are free from suffering. And this suffering is not real. But anything which is objectified, yadrishyam tad mithya. And therefore your mithya dukkha, samsara dukkham is mithya. And mithya samsara dukkha nivarteta would be removed by what? Mithya upayena. By unreal means alone. Unreal samsara dukkha will be removed by unreal means alone. In Shastra says yakshan rupa balihi. As the yaksha is, so will be the offering. So similarly, samsara dukkha is mithya. Therefore, the means to remove that samsara dukkha also should be mithya. So mithya upayana nivarteta iti etat upapadanaya. To establishing this fact or to explain this fact, kachana katha, some story is given. Here our answer is generally we give in two stages. One, first we say mithya also can help in getting the knowledge of real. First we say mithya also can help in getting the knowledge of real. Like what? Our reflection. Reflection is mithya. It doesn't have independent existence. But mithya pratibimba can help in getting the knowledge of the real bimba, the real face. So mithya can help us in getting the knowledge of real. So Guru and Shastra, even though they are mithya, they can give me the knowledge of real. That is one stand. And therefore they can become the means for moksha. Afterwards we take stronger stand. First we say what? Mithya also can help for getting moksha. Afterwards we say mithya alone can help in getting moksha. Stronger stand. Mithya also can help, mithya alone can help. Because the sadhaka badhaka bhava means something can be helping or something can be harming. Is possible helper or harming or destroyer. That status is possible only when there is a same degree of reality. If you have hunger in dream, that is going to be told. If you hunger in dream, which food can remove your hunger? Dream food only. Even though there is so much food on the both sides of your bed. Some people are there. One in Gujarat, so many years, hundreds of years ago, one emperor, that one king was there. He used to keep this food on both sides of his bed because he used to get so hungry. He is a foodie person, so he wants to have, but he gets a dream, and in dream also he'll be hungry only because all the time he's hungry. So in dream he's hungry. Can the waking food help him? So for dream hunger problem, only dream food, which is mithya, can help. So mithya, unreal dream hunger can be removed by unreal dream food, not waking. Similarly, your samsara, which is a vyavharika problem, your vyavharika problem can be solved only by vyavharika, otherwise called mithya, paramarthika drishtya mithya, Guru Shastra only. By mithya Guru Shastra alone, your mithya samsara problem can be solved. By paramarthika Brahma, it cannot be solved. Because paramarthika Brahma, one thing, it cannot do anything. And paramarthika being paramarthika, it cannot solve your problem. Because if it can solve, it is all the time there. If paramarthika can solve your problem without doing anything, it is all the time there. It should have solved. In fact, problem would not have come. As even it comes, it would have been neutralized. Like some antimatter they say. So it is as it is born, it is neutralized. So similarly, it would have been neutralized. So Samsara Vedanta class will not be required. Therefore, Paramarthika Brahma cannot solve your Vyavharika Samsara. Vyavharika Samsara can be handled by Vyavharika Guru and Shastra. Vyavharika is otherwise called Mithya. Paramarthika Drishtya Mithya, Vyavhara Drishtya we say Vyavharika Satya. So Vyavharika Satya, otherwise called Mithya, Samsara problem can be solved by Vyavharika, otherwise called Mithya, Guru and Shastra. And to arrive at this understanding, some story will be given, which we'll see in the next class. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.